That's an anthem sung by North Park softball player Lily Pemberton. Oh, you sing by the dawn's early light, what's so bright in heaven at twilight's last gleam, whose bright stars and bright stars through the careless sky, for the world on the wars were so gallantly slain. And sit there, oh, say does not star-spangled for the land of the free and the love It is awesome to learn the national anthem celebration back in Good job. Now, starting on for the Phillips Pioneers game.
We're going to have starting lineups now, and we've got number 1, Amari Brown, number 3, Jaden Brunson, number 10, Jeremiah Aaron, number 13, Mitchell Hicks, and number 14, Malik Smith. For the hometown North Arkansas Pioneers tonight, we're going to have number 0, Jakari Carroll Newton. He's a guard forward, and he's out of St. Petersburg, Florida, 6'4". He'll be starting tonight for the Pioneers. Number 5, Isaac Porter, guard forward, out of Columbia, Missouri, 6'5". 13 is Nicholas Huff. He's a forward/center. He's a freshman. He's 6'8", out of Oglethorpe, Oglethorpe County, Georgia. Number 20, Drew Atkins. He's a guard, 5'10". He's out of Springfield, Missouri. And number 30, David Johnson. He's a guard forward. He's 6'2", from Saginaw, Texas. And that is your starting lineups here tonight. We will get this tipped off momentarily here at the Pioneer Pavilion. We want to say thank you to everyone who's tuning in. We are brought to you tonight by the Booster Club for North Arkansas College. And we also want to say thank you to our new sponsor. That would be Casey Scribner, State Farm Insurance here in Harrison. If you need insurance, get over there and check it out. He's on Highway 65, just east of Walmart. In the circle, it'll be number 14, Malik Smith, and he's going to tip off against Nicholas Huff. Pioneers wearing white with red numbers and trim. The Ridge Runners from Phillips County, they're wearing dark red with black trim and white lettering. Johnson with the basketball. Johnson gets set, gets it around Akins now with the ball. He'll dribble to the center of the floor, get it back over to Porter. Porter looks inside. He'll get it to Newton. Shot will go up and in, and that'll be the first points. North Ark will take advantage and get those first points. On the other end, the Ridge Runners will put their shot up quickly, and it'll go through. It'll be 2-2 early in this ball game. Johnson on the other end. Johnson gets it inside to Newton. Newton in the lane will pass it out to Akins. Akins will try to penetrate, can't get it in. Gets it to Huff, over to Newton. Newton puts up a three-point try, no good. Now it'll be Huff for three. His shot is off the mark on the front of the rim. Rebound comes down to the Ridge Runners, quickly back down on the offensive end of the floor. Ball will come out in the hands of number 3, Brunson. Brunson will get it over to Brown. Brown gets it over to number 14 and puts up a three-point try. It's no good. Rebound comes down to Brunson. Now the ball will go out of bounds on the Pioneers. It'll be Ridge Runner ball underneath their own goal. Throwing this in will be number 10, Aaron. Brown in the right corner takes the inbound pass, puts up a three-point try. It's no good. Brunson with the rebound. He gets it out to Hicks. Brown now back into Brunson at the free throw line. No good. Rebound comes down to Jakari Newton. Johnson quickly back down the floor on the left side. He gets the ball to Porter. Porter puts up a three-point try. No good. Huff with the rebound. Huff will get fouled inside the lane. That'll be the first foul of the ball game. First team foul against the Ridge Runners, and Phillips County player Malik Smith will pick up that first foul. That'll send Nicholas Huff to the free throw line. He'll have two free throws right here. Makes the first one. With 18-10 remaining in the first half, we've got a score of 3-0. Second free throw's up, and it's off the mark. It'll roll off of the rim. On the other end, a block shot. Now they're going to get it out to, looks like Brown's got that. No, Brunson. Brunson will get it back out to Hicks. Comes around to Brown now. Brown's going to put up a floater. It's no good. It was kind of a hook. Smith comes down with that rebound, gets it back to Brown. Now Brown picks up his dribble just in the low post. Out to Brunson for three, and he's going to make that. Johnson now with the basketball, comes back up the left side of the floor. Gets it inside to Jakari Newton. Ball will be knocked away and picked up by Akins. Gets it back to Newton. Out to Porter. Porter at the left elbow. Now he'll dribble to the center of the floor. Tries to throw it down inside. It'll be saved by Hicks. Back down the floor. It'll be a three-point try for the Ridge Runners. It'll be no good. Akins now with the ball as he gets the pass from Huff. Inside to Newton. Newton back out to Akins. Akins will put up a three, and it's good. Akins buries that three-pointer. And Ridge Runners will bring this back up the floor. They'll cross the timeline, trailing 6-5. Three-point attempt is on its way. It's no good. Rebound to Brunson. Brunson will get it over to Smith. Smith will get it around to Brown. Brown with the basketball. Looks at Brunson. Akins is all over him like a blanket in the wintertime. Now we're going to have a foul. This looks like it's going to be called against Huff. Be the first team foul for the Pioneers. And we'll have a whole new 5 come in for the Pioneers. Coming in will be Pulford. Number 2 is Starks. Shot from the left corner's up. It's off the mark. Rebounded by number 3, Beck Morrow. He gets back down the floor. Over to Starks. Starks will put it up. It's no good. That would have been 3 if he made it. Now the ball will come back in the hands of Aaron. Aaron will get it over to Hicks. Hicks has Brunson on the left, but he's going to drive down inside. Now he'll kick it out to Brown. To Brunson. Brunson at the high post. Hands it off to Hicks, he puts up the shot. It's no good. He gets his own rebound back up and in. Shots like that'll drive the coach crazy. Starks with the basketball. He gets it across court to Morrow. Inside to Cannon. Cannon spins, kicks it out to Morrow. Morrow puts up a three. It's no good. Escamilla went up for the rebound, didn't get it. Brown on the other end would be fouled by Starks. He was trying to drive and penetrate into the lane. He didn't quite get there. Checking in will be number 21, Christopher Harvey, and number 0, Charleston Wallace for the Ridge Runners. Ball comes into Wallace. Harvey will set a screen. Now he'll get the ball back. Starks goes up to defend. Basket's made. Morrow with the basketball. Gets it over to Starks on the right side. Starks will set up the offense. He gets it to Escamilla with the basketball in the low post. Trying my hardest to get his name right for a change. Ball will go out of bounds, and it'll be out off of Escamilla. Throughout the season, there's always one or two names that throws you off, and for some reason, Escamilla's name has been throwing me off, but I'm going to do my best to correct that tonight. Ball in the hands of Aaron. Now back over to Wallace. Aaron gets it back across the timeline. He'll set up the offense. Gets the ball out to Hicks. Now Brunson with the basketball on the baseline. Spins, puts up a shot. It's blocked. Escamilla gets that block. Ball will come down to Cannon. Cannon gets it to Starks. Now Starks back down the floor. He'll set up on the right side, left side, gets it into Escamilla. The ball will be knocked away and picked up by Hicks. Cross court to Wallace. Now Wallace will try to dribble and penetrate. Kicks it out to number 10, Aaron. He'll put up a three-pointer, and that's good. That'll push the lead to 12-6. Trey Pulford on the other end into Escamilla. Escamilla spins, puts up the shot. It's good. Escamilla puts that shot up and in. He'll cut that lead to 4, and it's 12-8 with 13:38 to play in the first half. Pulford all over Wallace. Now Brunson with the ball over to Hicks. Hicks will get a screen from Harvey. Shot is up from Brunson. It's a drive down the baseline. He puts it up and in on the left side. Starks back on the other end with the ball. He gets it to Cannon. Over to Pulford. Now we're going to have substitutions again. A whole 5 coming back in for the Pioneers. It'll be number 23, Jackson Berry. Number 15, Lowe comes in. Latravian Lowe. Akins will come back in. Porter comes back in. And the ball will come in to Lowe. He goes to put up the shot. He's not going to make it, but he's fouled. And Johnson also back on the floor for the Pioneers. Lowe's going to free throw line. He's going to shoot 2 free throws right here. Score is 14-8, 13-10 to play. First free throw's up and in by Lowe. He'll have one more right here. Foul was against number 21, Harvey. It's his first foul. It's the third team foul against the Ridge Runners. Ball in the hands of number 4, Jakari Comage, who's checked into the game. That ball will be almost out of bounds and saved by Akins, but it'll go out of bounds off of Porter on the baseline. Akins went in the air to save it into the first, maybe second row, and he saved it, but it went out of bounds when it was trying to be corralled by Porter. Comage picked up his dribble, passes the ball to Aaron. Aaron with the ball. Harvey's saying he's open inside. Now the three-point attempt is up. It's no good. Porter with the rebound. Ball comes out to Johnson. Johnson up the center of the floor over to the left. He'll go to Akins, inside to Berry. Berry with the turnaround jumper from 7 feet. It's good. 14-12. They've cut it to a 2-point lead with 12:23 to play in the first half. Talmadge brings this up for the Ridge Runners. Directs traffic. Now Brunson in the high post at the free throw line. Wallace with a turnaround jumper at the free throw line. It's no good. Akins comes down with the loose ball rebound. Over to Berry. Berry down the left side of the lane puts a shot up. It's good. He'll tie the game. We've got a timeout on the floor. An 8-point lead quickly cut to a tie, and the Pioneers are on an 8-0 run right here. 11:57 to play, and we will come back after the timeout. 14-all is your score. Tonight is a conference matchup, and the reason we have one game is that Phillips College dropped their ladies program, and so the ladies didn't play tonight. Now College with the ball. He'll get it over to Aaron. Aaron tries to get it to Wallace. It'll be knocked away, picked up by Porter. Now inside the low, he's going to put up a shot at point-blank range, miss it, get his own rebound. Ball's tipped out. Akins with the basketball. Akins gets it to Berry. Berry will line up from 3. He'll miss that, but Johnson comes down with the rebound. Now Berry at the free throw line, drives down the lane, puts it up and in on the left side. Pioneers take the lead. Pioneers take the lead 16-14, 11:20 to play in the first half. Wallace over to Brunson. Brunson inside to College. Shot is no good. Rebound putback is no good. Akins with the basketball to Berry, to inside to Lowe. Lowe is going to try and make some room and put it up. It'll be tipped away. They're going to say it was off of Johnson and out of bounds. Huff is going to check back in. He's going to check in for Lowe, and so is Jakari Newton. He'll check in for Berry. And the Ridge Runners will have players check in as well. It'll be number 24, Fisher. Ball comes into College. He'll be double teamed and trapped. Now the ball is loose. Akins picks it up. Akins passes all the way across the floor to Porter. Porter's going to drive the baseline, have the ball knocked away, pick it back up, put the shot up. It's no good. He gets his own rebound. Now he's going to dribble once, put the shot up. The shot's going to go. They're going to count it, and he's going to the free throw line. He was fouled. Isaac Porter at the free throw line to shoot one free throw. That's the 4th team foul against Phillips here in this first half already. 2 more, and they'll be shooting. Foul was on Isaiah Fisher. It's his first. 10:37 to play. 19-14 after the made free throw for the Pioneers. They've taken a 5-point lead on a on a 13-point 13-0 run. Now make it 15-0. Akins all the way back down the floor after the pass from Porter on the outlet. He had a run-out layup. Makes it 21-14, 7-point lead. A 15-0 run here for the Pioneers. Aaron with the ball. He's going to get it around to Fisher. Fisher around to Wallace. Wallace is going to push Akins off. He's going to put up a shot. It's no good. Porter with the rebound. Johnson out of there after the pass. He gets it over to Akins. Akins looks at a 3. Now he'll pass it to Jakari Newton. Isaac Porter drives at the free throw line. Euro step down the lane, puts it up. No good. Rebound comes down to Huff. I'm sorry. Rebound came down to Jakari Newton. Now it is in the hands of Porter, who puts up a three. He's going to miss that, but Johnson's going to go up for the rebound. It'll go out of bounds off Johnson's hands. Beck Morrow, Trey Pulford, and Starks all back into the game for Porter, Johnson, and Akins for the Pioneers. They're liberally making substitutions tonight, and that is helping keep the players fresh. Ball comes across timeline with a pass. Wallace down the lane, puts up a shot, doesn't get it. Probably committed a charging foul, kicks it off. Now Beck Morrow in the left corner puts up a three, and he buries that in the bottom of the net. 10-point lead now on a 19-0 run for the Pioneers. Timeout on the floor, and we'll take the timeout and tell you we want to say thank you to Casey Scribner, State Farm Insurance on Highway 65 here in Harrison. They're sponsoring the broadcast now. We also want to say thank you to the Booster Club here at Pioneer at NAC. The Pioneer Booster Club sponsors every broadcast, and they will bring this to you. Now, baseball season will be starting very, very soon. I believe it starts on February the 13th. That first game will be on the road, but when they're home, you want to get out and see them, and we'll see if we can't bring you some of the games as well. We're talking to the baseball coaches now, and we will see what we can do. If we can do that, we will announce that here in the next week or so. This timeout is going on, and the Pioneers, again, they have liberally substituted tonight, and that has made for a big, big contest here tonight. It'll be Rich Runner basketball. They'll inbound from the baseline underneath the Pioneer goal. Pioneers are trapping on the inbound. It'll be Hicks with the basketball. He'll get it to Wallace. Wallace down to Smith. Smith puts up the shot. It's no good. Tipped back up and in by Brunson. Morrow with the basketball. Gets it down to Newton. Newton will have the ball go out of bounds, and then it'll be taken away by the Ridge Runners. It'll be knocked away from I believe that was Hicks with the ball, and he'll be the last to touch it. Now the inbound pass. It'll be tipped by number 1, Brown. Brown back down the court. He's going to get in the lane, put up a shot. It's no good, but we've got a whistle inside. They're going to call an offensive foul here. This offensive foul will be the 5th team foul, and it'll be called against Brown. It'll be his first. Starks will bring this up the center of the floor. Now he goes to the right. Morrow comes to his side in the corner. Over to Pulford. Pulford with the basketball. Dribbles. Puts up a shot as he's floater as he's going out of bounds. Back down on the other end. Hicks with the basketball. Newton all over him. Makes a pass. Pass was to Brunson. Over to Wallace. Back to Brown. Brown with the basketball. He's going to he's going to hand it off to Wallace. Over to Brunson. 3-point shot on the way. It's good. He hit that from the left wing, about a couple of feet behind the 3-point line. Starks will bring it back down the floor for the Pioneers. 24-19, 7:40 to play in the first half. Over to Newton. Newton with the basketball, gets it to Morrow. Morrow straight away puts up a left-handed 3-pointer that's good. 27-19 is your score. We're under 7.5 to play. Brown will bring this up the center of the floor, gets across, stops on the Pioneer symbol. Wallace to this right side. Hicks to the left. Hicks inside will pass it off to Smith. It'll go out of bounds off of Smith, and it'll be Pioneer basketball with a brand new 5 coming back in. It'll be Porter, Berry, Escamilla, Johnson, and Drew Akins coming in for the Pioneers. Johnson will throw it into Akins, and he'll bring the ball up the floor. Comes up the center. Now he'll be picked up by Brown. Comes to this left side. He's got Porter in the corner. Gets it to Escamilla at the free throw line. He'll go up with it and flex his muscles as he comes out of the lane, but he makes that shot, pushes it back out to a 10-point lead. Brown with the basketball on the right side. Over to Wallace. Akins all over Wallace. Smith set a screen. Now they'll double team. Smith with the basketball. Wallace will cut across the high post. Now Hicks tries to dribble and back in on Escamilla. Loses the basketball out of bounds, and the Pioneers are going to have the ball. They lead by 10, 6:32 to play. Aaron will check back into the game, and so will number 21, Harvey. Akins brings this up. Brown will pick him up before he gets to the timeline. 6:23 to play. Inside he goes to Escamilla. He's going to dribble, get into the paint, put up the shot. It's no good. The rebound will come down to Brunson. Brunson will get the ball over to Brown. Brown will bring it back up the right side, picked up by Akins. Akins will make him pass the ball over to Brunson. Now Brunson is guarded by Akins. Comes to Harvey, or Aaron rather, I'm sorry. Screen, picks up his dribble at the free throw line. It's no good. Escamilla comes down with the rebound out to Johnson, over to Akins. Akins with the basketball, gets it to Barry. Barry in the low post, kicks it all the way across the court to Porter. Porter puts up the shot. It's no good. Pioneers wanted a foul there. They're not going to get it. Smith with the basketball. Lowe gets set to check back in for the Pioneers. So is Jakari Newton. Foul on the play. Foul will be against number 23, Barry. It'll be his first foul. It's the third team foul against the Pioneers. Escamilla and Barry will check out with Lowe and Newton checking back in. Ball will go out of bounds on the rebound. It's not touched by anybody, so it'll be Pioneers basketball in the corner. Johnson with the ball. He'll get it into Akins. Akins will bring this ball up the floor. He'll come across the timeline. Now he looks at Newton, gets the ball to Lowe. Lowe inside the lane, puts it up. They're going to count the basket. He's going to the free throw line for an and one. That'll make the score right at the present time, 31-19. Fouls against number 13, Hicks. And it'll be his first foul, sixth team foul. 5:09 to play. Beck Morrow and Trey Pulford check back into the game. They'll check in for Porter and Johnson. And Lowe is at the line with 5:09 to play in the first half. Lowe's free throws up and in, makes it 32-19, largest lead of the game for either team. Now the ball's thrown away. Beck Morrow picks it up. Beck Morrow on the other end goes behind his back with a pass. It'll be knocked away from Lowe, out of bounds on the Ridge Runners. It'll be Pioneers basketball underneath their own goal. And Wallace will check back in. He checks in for Harvey. Akins gets this ball in. Tried to hit Lowe. Ends up getting it to Pulford. Around it goes to Newton. Wallace is going to steal it, and on his way to the rim, he's going to lay it up and in. Read where that ball was going and stole it. 32-21, 4:41 to play in this first half. Akins all the way down to the paint, puts up the shot. It's no good. Beck Morrow with the long rebound. He'll go to the high post, get it back out to Newton. Newton will lose the ball, but then he'll grab it back. Turnaround jumper's good. And that'll push the lead out to 34-21. Brown brings this back up the floor. Aaron gets it to Wallace. Back over to Brunson. Brunson's going to put up a three. He's been deadly from there tonight. Lowe with the long rebound. Gets it to Pulford. Pulford back up the left side of the floor. Pulford gets it to Morrow. Inside to Lowe. Lowe's going to spin, put up the shot. It's no good, but he's going to get his own rebound, put it back up. Still misses it, but he's going to get 2 free throws as he was fouled. And that's the 7th team foul as Smith gets set to check back in for the Ridge Runners. Foul was against number 10. That's Aaron. It'll be his first foul of the game. And Lowe will be at the free throw line for 2 more. It'll hit the front of the rim, roll to the glass, and fall through. Newton will check out. Barry checks in. Starks will check out or check in, and Akins checks out. And Huff is set to check in for the shooter after the free throw. Lowe's got one more right here. Again, hits the front of the rim to the glass and falls through the net. Lowe makes both of them, and he'll push the lead out to 15, 36, 21, 3:53 to play in this first half. Ball will come into Smith, or Hicks rather. Down to Brown. Brown inside the lane, kicks it off to Smith. Smith puts it up. It's no good. A late whistle is going to be a foul call, and it'll send Smith to the line to shoot 2 free throws. They're going to call Huff for that foul. It's his second. 4th team foul against the Pioneers, and Brunson gets set to check back into this game for the Ridge Runners. Smith has got an unorthodox way to prepare for this. He goes behind his back before he puts it up. He misses the first free throw. He'll have one more. Brown will check out, and Brunson checks back in. Again, he goes behind his back, puts up the shot. That time he makes it. Barry gets it into Starks. Down to, it'll come down to Fulford, and he'll be fouled. Foul would be against number 10, Aaron. That'll be his second personal foul. It'll be the 8th team foul, and Fulford to go to the line. 3:43 to play in this first half, and Pioneers are shooting for the rest of the half on every foul. 1-1. He misses the front end. Porter gets set to check back in, and so does number 1, Tyshawn Roper for the Pioneers. Aaron gets the ball into Brunson. Brunson will have the ball taken away. Pulford will step on the line as he's trying to steal that basketball. Roper in, Morrow out, and Pulford out with Porter in. Aaron gets set to throw this in for the Ridge Runners. Aaron gets it into Hicks. Hicks around to Brunson, back to Hicks. Hicks looked at the 3, drives the baseline, kicks it out for the shot. It'll be a long free throw or rebound. Barry on the other end puts it up and does not make it. Now an outlet pass to Aaron. It's up off the mark, but the rebound is to Hicks, and he'll put it back up and in. 36-24. Starks will come across the timeline, slow things down, set up a play for the offense on this other end. Gets the ball to Porter. Porter straight away behind the three-point line. Now they're looking inside. They get the ball to Huff. Huff will get it across to Barry. Barry will put up a shot. They're going to say it was a clean block. Aaron out of there with the basketball. Over to Wallace. He'll put up the shot on the right side. It's good. 36-26. Back to a 10-point lead all of a sudden. Starks on this end. Foul's going to be called away from the ball. Foul's going to be called against Brunson. That'll send Barry to the free throw line to shoot a 1-and-1. That'll be the second foul against Brunson. And he'll check out of the ball game. Harvey checks back in. First free throw's up and in. They'll have one more. Barry will have one more right here. He pushes it back out to an 11-point lead. Barry's second free throw is up and in. Perfect looking shot. It just goes over the rim and falls through the net and pushes the lead back out to 12. Now they go back to the trapping defense on the Ridge Runners. Over to Hicks. Hicks gets it to Wallace. Wallace over to Harvey. He'll put up a three. It's no good. Porter tries for the rebound. Comes off his fingertips to Roper. Back out to Starks. Over to Porter. Now Porter surveys the floor and slows things down. Now Porter will dribble to the left wing. Gets it to Barry. Barry will spin. Put up the shot. It's no good. Gets his own rebound. Back up and in on the right side. Lead back to 14, 1:47 to play in the first half. Newton up to come back in. Johnson up to come back in. Aaron with the basketball. He's going to get it around to Hicks. Hicks with Starks all over him. Now Porter comes over. They leave Wallace open. Wallace tries to dribble and penetrate, puts up a shot. Mid-range jumper from about 13 feet. It's good. Now Huff on the other end puts up a three. It's no good. Long rebound comes out to Harvey. He'll get it over to Hicks. Hicks on the left wing gets it to Wallace straight away. Wallace tries to dribble, gets down inside the paint. Foul called on the floor. 1:04 to play in the first half. It'll be the sixth team foul. Lowe's going to check back in. Paulford, Newton, and Johnson all check in as Roper, Huff, Starks, and Barry will check out. Inbound on the baseline for the Ridge Runners. Phillips College with the basketball. It'll be Wallace putting up a three-point attempt. It's good. Under a minute to play now. Ball comes into Paulford from Lowe. On the other end, Paulford will get it to Porter in the low post or in the corner. Gets it around to Newton. He'll do it. He puts up a fall-away jumper. Lowe puts it up. It's no good, but he's fouled. Lowe is going back to the free throw line where he's been really good tonight. That foul was on Harvey. It's his second, and it's the 10th foul, so it's double bonus now for the Pioneers on every foul. Lowe at the line to shoot two. First one's up and in. Aaron will check out now, and checking in will be number 4, Comage. 42.6 seconds remaining in the first half. First miss of the night for Lowe. Score is 41-31, and we are under 35 seconds to play now. On the other end, Comage will put up the shot. It's no good. Porter with the rebound. Back to Johnson. Johnson over to Porter. Back to Johnson. Shot clock is still on. There's barely a difference between the two. Johnson out running time on the Pioneer symbol. Now he looks to get it to Porter. He does. Lowe sets a screen. Ball will be tipped away by Smith. Smith on the other end is going to travel, but it looks like they're going to call a foul against Porter. It'll be the 7th team foul against the Pioneers, I believe. They haven't changed it on the scoreboard yet, but I believe that was the 7th foul. It's the first one on Porter, and I'm guessing it's just the 6th foul. Smith with the first free throw misses that just like he did on the first two attempts. He goes behind his back before he puts it up, and he'll have one more attempt right here. There he is behind the back. Second one is up. He'll get that one to rattle through. Johnson with the inbound from Lowe. Quickly back down the floor. He's going to launch a three-pointer. It's no good. And we're going to go to halftime. 41-32 is your score. And we'll be back with the baseball coach here in just a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Marky Silva with the North Arkansas baseball team. Just giving you a little quick update on what's going on with the baseball team. We'll be getting going here soon in February 1. We're taking off to Southeast Arkansas. We'll head down there, and we'll be down there for a 2-day set. We'll be down there for three games, and then the next weekend after that, we'll be headed down to Dallas, and that'll be a little preview of us heading down to our playoffs. Our playoffs will be down in Dallas again, which will be a homecoming for a lot of our guys down in Texas. So hopefully we get a home crowd down there in Texas. Shout out all our Texas guys. I know Gustavo on the basketball team here is from Texas, so shout out G. Yeah, man. So that's going to be that, and then we head down to Rich Mountain a few days later, and that February 21st will be our home game here at North Arkansas College here at Pioneer Field. So hopefully you guys come and support the baseball team on the 21st of February, and we'll be here for a 2-day set on that weekend, and we'll put 4 games together. So hopefully you get a chance to come out on February 21st and February 22nd. That'll be our first home weekend here against Moberly area community college. So yeah, come out and support baseball team. We're really excited. We got a bunch of guys down supporting the basketball team here tonight. Yeah, we want to give a shout out to Coach Erbig. I'm sure he's watching tonight. Him and the Erbig family. Oh, that's our head coach for the baseball team. He's taking care of little Reese. Reese is a little celebrity down here, North Arkansas, on Fridays during our study hall. So shout out to those guys and Miss Neely. Our she takes care of our social media. So shout out to those guys back at home. Yeah, just wanted to give you guys a quick update. During halftime, we've got about 5 minutes of halftime left before the guys get going again. Just want to give you a quick update on what's going on, and hopefully I get on here every halftime throughout the home until we get started on home games for us. And just to give you quick updates and shout outs and just things of coming up for the baseball team here. Yeah, and hopefully we can put together a great season. I'm really excited for all the stuff that's going on that we're putting together. We brought in 14 new guys during the break, and we're matching them up with the 22 guys we already had. So we put together a pretty good squad. Coach Erbig brought in guys from all over the place. We got guys from Puerto Rico all the way to Japan, Dominican Republic. We got guys from all over the place. So it's really cool how all these guys from different backgrounds get together, and we get to see them on a daily basis, and just see the product that we get to put out together. And it's pretty cool to see all the backgrounds get together and mesh. It's pretty as a coach bringing in this many guys at the break. It's kind of nerve wracking on seeing how everything's going to get together. But the guys that are together every day, I mean, they're giving right. We're at the sports complex here in town. We haven't been able to get on our home field yet, simply because the weather. But it's clearing up. We'll be on our first on our home field for the first time tomorrow. We'll do team pictures and stuff and get a practice in, and it'll be chilly, but it'll be nice to be back on our home field and just be back at home. But yeah, that's just quick update and on what's going on. I'll be back next home game, hopefully, and so we can give a little bit more updates and a little bit more shout outs and stuff like that. But we'll get back to the game here, basketball, and go Pioneers.
And we're back here to start this second half. We've got 20 minutes left of basketball to play here in this ball game. It'll be Phillips starting with the basketball, and now we're going to have a turnover immediately. A foul is going to be called. Well, I say it's a turnover. Let's see what they're going to call here. The foul's on number 5. At least that's what they got on the scoreboard. I'm not sure if there was a foul there or not. They inbounded it from the far side of the floor. The ball is in the hands of Wallace. He gets it to Brunson, back around to Hicks. Hicks is going to drive the baseline, tries to make a pass across court. It's stolen by Akins, back down to Porter. Newton in the lane, puts up the shot. It's no good. Akins tries to chase the rebound down, but it'll go out of bounds off of his hands, according to the official. That didn't make the coach very happy, and it didn't make the fans very happy as well. Phillips will bring this ball back in as Wallace walks it up the floor. Now he'll pick up the pace when he crosses the timeline, gets the ball over to Hicks. Back to Aaron, back to Wallace. Now they're going to go side to side. It looks like they're trying to get the ball down low, and they get it across to Hicks. Hicks gets in the lane, back over to Smith, puts up the shot. It rolls around the rim, almost rolls off, and now it fell through. Akins brings it back up the right side. Akins with the basketball over to Huff. Huff surveys the floor, gets it to Jakari Newton inside. He's going to put up a hook shot. It's no good. This ball will go out of bounds off of the hands of Aaron. Porter tipped it, and it tipped off of Aaron's hands and out of bounds, so it belonged to the Pioneers. Akins gets set to throw this in. Wallace will steal the inbound. He'll get the long pass out to Smith. Smith on the other end. Hicks on the other end. Gets it back out to Aaron, over to Brunson. Back to Aaron. He puts up a three-pointer, and that's good. 41-37. We got a timeout on the floor. Pioneers won a timeout with 18:37 to play. 41-37 is your score. We'll be back after the timeout, but we want to remind you first that Casey Scribner and the North Arkansas Booster Club bring you these games every time we're on the air. We will be back on the air next Thursday night. We will have 2 games on Thursday night. That is Coaches versus Cancer night, and we will have a special broadcast for you then. And then we'll be back again on Saturday, February the 1st, in an all-girls action or ladies action on Saturday. Pioneer's going to inbound this. Johnson gets it in. Akins with the basketball. Now Akins will bring it up the floor. He'll cross and come to the right side. Surveys the floor. Now he tries to get it into Huff. Does. Huff puts it up and in on the right side. Smith throws this into Wallace. 43-37, 18-17 to play in the game. Wallace gets it to Aaron. To Hicks. To Wallace. They're trying to get this inside either to Brunson or Smith. Brunson gets the ball, but he comes back out to reset it, hands it to Wallace. Wallace drives down on the baseline, puts up the shot. It's good. He'll put that up and in on the right side. Johnson with the basketball. He gets it to Jakari Newton. Newton will get it out to Akins. Akins over on the left elbow of the court. Now inside the lane. He kicks it out to Porter. Porter puts up a three-point shot, and he'll bury that in the bottom of the net. Wallace brings it back up the left side. Gets it to Aaron. Aaron with the basketball. They set a screen. Porter falls down. Shot from the free throw line is good. He was able to take that because Porter fell. Now Newton with the basketball. Gets it back over to Akins. Akins outside the left elbow. Now we're going to have a whistle. Barry gets set to check back in for the Pioneers. Looks like he's going to check in for Newton. Foul's going to be called against number 14, and that'll be Smith, rather. It'll be the second foul on Smith. Newton will check out. Barry with the inbound pass over to Porter. Porter inside to Huff. Huff spins and puts that up and in. Flexing his muscles, coming back down the floor. Huff with the second layup on the same play. 48-41. They keep the lead at 7. And we're under 16:45 to play in the ball game. Smith with the basketball. Gets it back over to Aaron. Aaron wants to dribble and penetrate. Gets cut off by Akins. Now over to Wallace. Wallace has got the basketball. 4 to shoot. They've got to get a shot up. It's up off the rim. No good. Ball will be knocked away by Aaron, but Porter gets it. Barry on the other end lays it up and in on the left side. 50-41. They pushed it back out to 9. 16-12 to play. Wallace gets a screen from Smith. Akins fights through it. Over to Brunson. Brunson puts up a three-point try. No good. Smith with the rebound, pushes off, but they're going to get Huff for the foul. They're going to get Huff for the foul. They're going to say he pushed. It's his third foul of the game. Porter will come back on the other end. Coming back with him will be Aaron. Lowe gets set to check in. Smith misses the first free throw. Beck Morrow checks in. He'll check in for Johnson. And Huff will check out as Lowe checks in. 50-41 is the score. That unorthodox free throw shooting. He's made 1 of 2 with that all night long. Now Smith will check out, and checking back in will be Harvey. Morrow gets set to throw this in. He's got Akins and Porter. He gets it to Porter, over to Akins. Now Akins will bring the ball up the left side of the floor. He crosses the timeline, comes back to the center. Now he'll get the ball down to Barry. Barry's going to have the ball knocked away. It'll go out of bounds off of Hervey. Akins is going to throw this ball in. He's got Morrow, Porter on this near side. Barry cuts across and get the ball into Lowe. Right back to Akins. Now Akins is going to dribble behind his back, trying to get away from Wallace. Has to get the ball to somebody after he picked up his dribble. Gets it to Barry, over to Porter. Porter was being held. Misses the shot. Had to get it up as the shot clock was expiring. Still an 8-point lead. Hervey sets the screen. Wallace down the middle of the lane. It's going to be blocked, but they're going to call a foul. I believe this will be on Lowe, number 15. Oh, they're going to call that against Porter. Porter's going to pick up his second personal foul. It'll be the second team foul, and getting set to check back in is Starks. The first free throw by Wallace is up and in. Starks will check in for Akins. Akins comes to the bench, and Wallace has one more free throw. He'll make that. Cuts it to a 6-point lead. Porter with the basketball comes across the timeline, picks up his dribble over to Barry, to Starks. Starks dribbles, penetrates, gets it into Barry. Barry gets blocked, puts up the shot, and then he's going to be fouled. He's going to the free throw line, and it looks like this is going to be against Hervey. It is. Got a rather boisterous crowd over there on the far sideline. That foul was on Hervey. It's his third. He'll check out, and Smith will check back in. 14:57 to play. Barry missed the first free throw. He's got one more here. It's up and in. 51-44. Wallace down to Aaron. Aaron will get the ball to Hicks. Now Hicks will get it over to Wallace on the far side. Wallace will dribble back to the Pioneer. Now he'll dribble to the top of the key, kicks it over to Hicks. Hicks puts up a three-point attempt, no good. Morrow with the rebound, gets it over to Starks. Starks back down the floor on the left side to Berry, around to Morrow. Morrow looked inside at Lowe, couldn't get the ball to him. Now he'll put up a three-point shot, and he'll drain the bottom of the basket, pushes the lead back to 10, 54-44. 14-15 to play. Holford gets set to come back in for the Pioneers. So does Escamilla. Lowe picks up that rebound, gets the ball out to Morrow. Morrow on the opposite end. Almost travels with the ball, doesn't. Gets the ball to Berry. Berry puts up the shot. It's no good. He was fouled on the floor on the way to the rim. Holford comes in for Porter, it looks like. And Escamilla is going to check in as well for Lowe. Brown checks in for the Ridge Runners, and checking out will be number 10, Aaron. Starks gets set to throw this in. He'll get it into Escamilla, puts up the shot, no good. Rebound bounces off of Berry's hands right into Smith's hands, and the ball comes around to Brunson to Brown. Brown will hand it off to Wallace. Wallace over on the left elbow. There was a kind of a weird play there. Now Brunson's going to throw it out of bounds as he throws it through the baseline. Hicks didn't see the ball coming, and it just went out of bounds. Now Hervey's going to check back in. Or, I'm sorry. Isaiah Fisher is going to check back in. He'll check in for Brunson, and Brunson will take a seat on the bench. Starks, Pulford across the timeline. Pulford down to Escamilla. He dribbles to the baseline, fakes it, puts it up. It's no good. Loose rebound tracked down by Berry. Out to Starks. Starks with the basketball. Now Berry's going to dribble, get in the lane, put up a floater. It's good. He's going to push the lead back out to 12, 56-44. We're at 13 minutes to play in the game, and the Ridge Runners trail by 12. Hicks with the basketball. Berry all over him. Gets it down to Fisher. Fisher puts up a shot. It's a mid-range jumper from about 10 feet. It's good. Starks with the basketball. Over to Berry. Berry gets it to Escamilla. Back to Starks. Gets it in. Tries to get it into Berry, but it'll be knocked away. But they're going to call a foul on the play, it looks like. If they do, this will be on number 24, Fisher. And Morrow checks out. Starks checks out. Checking back in will be Akins and Johnson for the Pioneers. Pioneers will inbound this. That's the second foul on Fisher. Ball comes into Berry. He puts up the shot. It's no good. And Fisher just picked up his third foul. Fisher quickly picked up 2 fouls right there. He's got 3 now. And it'll send Jackson Berry to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. First free throw's up and perfect. Great looking arc on that and falls through the bottom of the net. Makes it a 57-46 game. Now Escamilla goes back to prepare to play defense. Second shot is up. It's on its way. It's good. 58-46. Full court pressure by the Pioneers. They're trapping as much as possible. Foul's going to be called. I'm not sure if it's on Johnson or Pulford. They get Pulford for that. It'll be the third team foul against the Pioneers. 5 team fouls against Phillips. And that will be Pulford's first foul of the game. Brown will come open and takes the inbound pass from Hicks. Back out to Hicks from Fisher. Around to Wallace. 3-point try. No good. Pulford with the rebound. Pulford back up the left side. Trey gets it to Akins. Akins will get it back to Escamilla. He puts up a 3-point try. It's no good. Loose rebound comes down to Fisher. Fisher gets it over to Smith, and Smith will bring it back down the floor. Almost throws it away as he almost threw it over Brown's head. Brown gets it back over to Wallace. Wallace on the left elbow. He gets it to Fisher. Out to Hicks. Now Hicks will have the ball knocked away. Inside it goes. Smith eventually comes up with it, but it was off the hands of two different players, his and a Pioneer. Johnson brings the ball back up the right side of the floor, looks inside, can't get the ball to Berry, gets it to Escamilla. Pulford will come over and get a screen from Escamilla. Out to Berry. Berry puts up a three-point shot. It's off the mark. Escamilla fights for the rebound. Foul's going to be on the floor, and they're going to call that against Fisher, I believe. And if it is, it'll be his fourth. And it is on him, and it'll be number 4. Porter's going to check back into this game. So is Jakari Newton. Brunson checks in for Fisher. And Aaron will check in for Hicks. Pulford and Berry will take a seat on the bench for the Pioneers. Escamilla with the basketball gets it out to Newton. Newton will get it over to Porter. Porter spins, goes to the rim, puts up the shot on the left side. It's good. 60-48. They push it back out to 12. Coach is telling the team they can't stop the spin. Huff gets set to check back into this game. He's got to be careful with 3 fouls. Just under 11 minutes to play in the game. Brunson with the basketball, puts up a shot. It's no good. Long rebound's going to come out to Brown. Brown puts up the shot in the lane. It's good. 60-50. They trade baskets. Back down the floor, Johnson comes with the basketball. He's got Newton inside to Escamilla. He's going to put up a shot. It's good. Count the basket. He's going to free throw line. That should be on Smith, and if it's on Smith, it's his 4th. We'll see who this is on. It's on Smith. It's his 3rd. It is the 17th foul. North Ark will be shooting in the bonus for the last 10:34 of the game. Smith will check out, and checking in will be Hervey. Escamilla at the line to shoot 1 free throw. Not going to get it, and they're going to call a foul on Escamilla. Now he'll check out, and Huff checks back in. He went for his own rebound and didn't get it, but they call him for the foul. The Ridge Runners inbound on the baseline. Now they'll get the ball to Aaron. Aaron tries to go all the way down and get in the lane. In the high post, he'll kick it out. Kicks it out to Hervey, and he'll put up a shot. It's no good. Johnson comes out of there with the loose rebound. He's tripped. No call on the play. Coach is losing his mind. Hervey on the other end puts up a layup. It's good. Coach Jordan Hunter, lost his mind on that, and I don't blame him. Johnson was tripped coming back up the floor with the basketball. Could be just a basketball play. Now Porter's going to put up a 3, and he's going to bury that. Isaac Porter with a 3-pointer pushes the lead back out to 13, 65-52, 9:38 to play. Aaron with the basketball. Aaron straight away puts up a 3-pointer. It's going to rattle out. Huff with the rebound. He'll get the ball over to Akins. Cross court to Johnson. Johnson across timeline. Newton with the basketball. Now he's going to put up a shot. It's no good. Whole Pioneer bench didn't like that call. Or they liked the fake out there. One of the two. Because Newton made 2 players go flying by. Now we've got Wallace falling down on the other end of the floor. No one tripped him. Now it comes out with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Shot up by Aaron. It's no good as it hits the rim and rattles out. Johnson back down the floor after Huff rebounded that. Now a foul on the floor. Brunson wants a jump ball called. He's not going to get it. Foul will be called against number 10, Aaron. That's his 4th foul. He'll check out. And checking out also will be Brown. Checking back in will be number 13, Hicks. And number 4, Comage. Johnson makes the first free throw. It's a 1-and-1. So he'll earn the second free throw here. Starks back on the floor for the Pioneers. And Johnson will miss the second free throw, but it looks like we're going to have a lane violation. And that's going to give Johnson one more try. Lane violation against the Ridge Runners. They were in the lane just a little too early. And he'll make that one. Pushes the lead out to 15, 67-52. Hicks with the basketball over to Comage. Comage gets across timeline. Down in the left corner to Brunson. Brunson with the basketball. He'll dribble back out, get it to Hicks. Hicks will get the ball. Now he's going to dribble, try to penetrate, gets cut off. Starks will take a ride on the scorer's table, trying to save that ball. It'll belong to the Ridge Runners. Ball comes into Hicks. Hicks will direct traffic, sends Brunson in the corner. Now he wants to drive down inside, puts up a floater. It's good. 67-54. Starks takes the inbound. Up the floor on the left side. Barry gets set to check back in for the Pioneers. Huff gets it inside to Porter. Porter backs down on Brunson, puts up the shot. He's not going to make it, but he's going to the free throw line. Brunson's going to pick up the foul there. And that'll be the 9th team foul against the Ridge Runners. That's a third against Brunson. One more, and they're shooting double bonus for the rest of the game. Porter puts up the shot. It's good. Barry checks in. He'll check in for Newton. Huff back to play defense on a miss. Porter misses it. Brunson rebounds it. Hicks tries to come out of there in a hurry, but he's cut off by Johnson. Gets the ball over to Wallace. Wallace gets it back to Hicks. Hicks down to Comage. Back to Hicks. Down in the low post, it'll go to Hervey. Back out to Hicks. And he's going to bury a three-pointer from straight away. We're going to have timeout on the floor. We'll take the timeout. Say thank you again to Casey Scribner, State Farm Insurance, for sponsoring these broadcasts. Without them, we couldn't be doing all that we do. We also want to thank the Pioneer Booster Club. The Pioneer Booster Club makes sure that we can do all of these broadcasts, and we'll see more about doing baseball broadcasts coming up. 7:39 to play in the ball game. Pioneers lead 68-57. We'll be right back. And we're back here. These two teams are going to come out of their timeout. Pioneers will have the ball on the baseline. They'll throw it in. Huff is going to be back to play offense if he can get an outlet pass, but I don't see that happening with all 5 of the Ridge Runners back in the defensive zone. Starks will take the inbound. Johnson will come up on the left side. Starks up the center of the floor. Barry in the high post. Over to Johnson. Back to Starks. Over to Johnson. Down in the left corner, it goes to Huff. Inside to Barry. Turnaround jumper. It's no good. Hicks will come down with that rebound, and he'll set up the offense, directing traffic as he comes up the floor. Puts up the shot. It goes off the glass. Johnson this time brings it up to the left side of the floor. Gets it to Huff. Huff puts up a three-pointer, and the big man's going to nail that. He drains the bottom of the net and makes it sing. Brunson on the other end puts up a three. It's going to rattle out. Ball's tipped out by Starks. Johnson with the basketball up the right side. He kicks it back to Starks inside to Barry. Barry puts up the shot. Count the basket. He's going to the free throw line. That'll be the 10th team foul. That's a double bonus for the Pioneers for the rest of the game. So with 6:48, they will be shooting the double bonus. Hervey picks up his fourth foul, and he'll come out of the game. Smith will come in for him. Johnson will come out for the Pioneers, and coming in for him will be Beck Morrow. Barry at the line. He'll have one free throw. He'll miss that. Brunson comes down with the rebound. Morrow gave a shot, didn't get it. Wallace with the ball. Smith comes out to set a screen. Huff will pick up the defense. Now the ball will be in the air, but there's going to be a foul called. I believe this will be on Huff. And if it is, no, it's not on Huff. Yeah, it is. Huff will pick up his fourth foul of the ball game. And the Ridge Runners will inbound from the baseline. Ball comes into Hicks, quickly around to Comage. Barry all over him. Starks now picks up the coverage. Brunson in the high post. Dribbles once, picks it up. Out to Hicks. Hicks is going to pass it over to Comage. He throws up a three-pointer. It's off the mark. Brunson with the rebound. Out to Hicks. Hicks puts it back up from the right or left wing. Smith will come down with that rebound. Back out to Brunson. Comage in the corner. Comage will dribble baseline. Hits it to Brunson. Brunson will put it up. It's off of the back of the iron. No good. Starks will save that to Porter. Over to Morrow. Morrow comes back up the right side of the floor. Over to Porter. We got timeout on the floor, and we'll take the timeout and be back in just a moment. All right, Pioneers are going to inbound this from in front of their own bench. We're going to see their offensive possession here as Porter called timeout. Akins gets set to throw this in. 73-59 is your score. 5:54 to play. Akins with the basketball. He'll get it around to Porter. Porter back to Akins. He'll take a deep three-point shot. He was 5 feet behind the three-point line. And he'll miss that a little bit off the mark. Now, Hicks will throw it into Comage. Couldn't see the number. Gets it over to Smith. Smith on the baseline. Thought about trying to cut to the basketball goal. Couldn't quite get there. Now out to Brunson. Brunson around to Wallace. Wallace looks inside to Smith. Can't get the ball to him. Now he's going to try and dribble and penetrate on Akins. Instead, he'll take a shot. It's a two-pointer. And he'll cut the lead to 12, 73-61 as we approach 5 minutes to play in the ball game. Morrow down to Huff. Huff will dribble, kicks it out to Porter. Porter over to Akins. Akins back inside to Barry to Porter. Porter down on the baseline, puts up the shot. It's no good. He thought he was fouled. Quickly back down the floor. Brunson with the basketball. Gets it to Hicks. Back to Brunson. Brunson over to Wallace. Wallace will get a screen from Smith. Huff will pick up the coverage. Ball goes over the rim. Barry with the rebound. Now it'll be Morrow over to Akins. Back to Barry to Akins. Morrow again. He's got Porter on his left side or right side. Shot by Huff is good. Pushes it back out to 75-61. Another 14-point lead here, or 13-point lead here. No, it's 14. I write for a living, so that's where we're at. We're at on that. Hicks with the basketball on the left wing, puts up the shot. It's good. He'll make that for three. 75-64. Under 4 minutes to play in the game. Akins with the basketball. Gets it around to Morrow, down to Huff. Huff with another mid-range jumper, and he'll make that. 77-64. Last two trips, Huff has hit two mid-range jumpers and just keeping the lead out there for the Pioneers. About 7 feet behind the three-point line. Hicks looked like he was going to take a shot. He'll step up closer, and then he'll take the shot. Foul on the floor. It'll be called against Jackson Berry. We're going to call that against Jackson Berry, and Smith will be at the free throw line. Aaron will check back in for the Ridge Runners. Commons will check out. Jakari Newton and shot up and in by Smith. Jakari Newton and Trey Pulford both check in for the Pioneers. Akins over to Pulford. Pulford puts up a three-pointer. He's going to bury that in the bottom of the basket. 80-66. 2:59 to play. Hicks with the ball over to Brunson. Brunson dribbles to the right. Wants to get it to Wallace. Can't do it. Gets it back over to Hicks. Now the three-point try by Aaron. Ball is loose on the floor. It'll finally be picked up by Newton. Over to Porter. Porter's going to get it down to Pulford. He's going to try another three. That's going to rattle in and out. But Newton with the rebound. Back up and in. 82-66. 2:29 to play. We've got a timeout on the floor, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back here we've got 2:29 left to play in regulation. 82-66 is the score. North Ark Pioneers in the double bonus for the rest of the game. Wallace will bring that across the timeline. He'll get it down to Hicks. Hicks on the left side. Looks down at Smith. Can't get the ball to him. Now he dribbles into the paint, kicks it out to Wallace, over to Aaron, back to Hicks. Hicks has got Brunson on the left side. From just inside the three-point line, it's a shot that's good. It's a two-point shot. Now Starks, who's checked back into the game, comes back down the floor with the basketball. Newton was set to set a screen. He'll get the ball over to Pulford. Back to Starks, who puts up a three-point shot. It'll be off of the back of the iron. Newton tracks down that long rebound. He was being held by Smith. No call. Probably a good no call right there, to be honest with you. Inside to Huff, down to Newton. Newton will dribble it, lose the ball. Now out to Wallace. Wallace on this far side. Clean block, but it'll go out of bounds, and the ball will belong to the Ridge Runners. Porter got a clean block there, or Newton, one of the two. Got the ball on the way up as he put the shot up. Now Aaron throws this in to Smith. Smith comes out. He'll bump Starks. Makes some room. Porter with the rebound off the missed three-pointer. Gets the ball to Pulford across the timeline. Now Pulford will get it back to Starks in the center of the floor. Pulford on the left side. Porter on the right. 1 minute to play in the ball game. Pioneers are going to win this. It's just what is the final score. Starks into Newton. Newton will take a short jumper. It's no good. He gets his own rebound. Back up and in. 84-68. Pioneers lead. 42 seconds to play. Aaron puts up a three-point shot. It's good. Newton inbound to Starks. Starks has got Porter on the right side, Holford on the left. In the low post, he's got Huff and Jakari Newton out at the top of the key. Now Huff will come out. Starks will go around, dribble back out, picks up his dribble. Now he's got to pass the ball. We've got a timeout by North Ark. We'll take the timeout after we tell you that we want to say thank you to the Booster Club here at North Arkansas College. Booster Club makes sure that we can bring you every one of these games, and we will make sure that we're here next Thursday for Coaches versus Cancer Night. Also want to thank Casey Scribner. Casey Scribner has helped bring you this game tonight. We want to thank Odd Enterprises over in Yellville. We want to also thank Twisted Sisters. They're our presenting sponsor here tonight, and we will thank the rest of our sponsors as we move through the night. At the end of the game, when we wrap this all up, we will have that for you momentarily. 15.6 seconds remaining in this game. 84-71 is the score. We'll be right back. Pioneers are going to have the basketball. They'll inbound from, it looks like they're going to inbound from the baseline, but it should have been the side. But baseline will work just fine. Ball will come in from Starks. It'll be immediately knocked out by Brunson. 14.3 seconds on the clock. Now Pulford in the low post. Gilman Porter will back out. Ball comes into Jakari Newton. Gets it over to Pulford, and Pulford will be just hammered. He gets up and stands there, but I believe that's going to be number 5 on Aaron. It is. He's fouled out of this contest with 11.4 seconds. He just ran over Pulford, Trey Pulford. Checking back in will be Isaiah Fisher. I don't think it was an intentional foul, but it was a good hard foul. Just looked like he was trying to go for the ball and got a little too much of Trey. First free throws up and in, pushes it out to 85-71. 11.4 seconds remaining in this game. Pulford's second shot is up, and he'll make that. He thought he missed it. Hit the front of the rim and crawled over. And now on the other end, it'll be Hicks with the basketball. Smith over to Brunson. Brunson will put up a three-pointer, and that's going to end it as Starks catches that underneath the goal. Your final score is 86-71, and we will be back after the handshake. Basically, from start to finish here tonight, these two teams battled very, very diligently in a well played game for the most part. There was a lot of fouls, but it wasn't malicious fouls. They were just good, hard fouls and good fouls in play. So it was a good game here tonight. Phillips will take the loss. They'll go home. Hopefully, they'll have a safe trip home, and we will see the Pioneers again on next Thursday night. We will have Coaches versus Cancer night, and we'll have a ladies game and a men's game. So tune in for that. And I'm Robert Lyons here on the Pioneer Network. It's been my pleasure to bring you the game tonight. We look forward to coming back here next Thursday night for the next ball game on January the 30th. And don't forget, February the 1st, it'll be a ladies game only on that Saturday at 2 p.m. So tune in next week, and we will have more games for you here from the Pioneer Pavilion. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we will be back with you next week.